Our political opposition, by the way, is in the same category as Trump. We must keep this. As far as I'm concerned, I haven't heard one sensible comment on our diplomacy, on our foreign relations from the political opposition. I mean, India is a dead economy. One. Then call him a liar. Call him a liar, Rahul Gandhi said. I want you to. Why don't you call him a liar?
Have you seen his latest tweet? It's on the screen. It says PM Modi is frightened of Trump. 1, he allows Trump to decide and announce that India will not buy oil. 2, he keeps sending congratulatory message despite repeated stops. 3, he cancelled the FM's visit to America. He skipped Sharm el-Sheikh. He doesn't contradict him on Operation Sindoor. Tavleen.
I rest my case. I wish you had played the tweet earlier. I would have said nothing more. I find it as difficult to take Trump seriously on everything he says as I do Rahul Gandhi. I mean, is this a serious comment from a serious leader about the Prime Minister or about Indian diplomacy? I'm sorry, but, I find it very hard to take Rahul Gandhi seriously.
Dr. Jacob, Happymon Jacob, where from here?
Couple of points, Barkha. Number one, I think I would say I have absolutely no complaint about the opposition, the Indian opposition. The opposition is doing its job. The BJP would have done the same thing had the BJP been in opposition today. So in a democracy, you will have people talking about you need to stand up to bullies, foreign bullies. But it's for the government of the day to sort of decide what is the manner in which it must respond to those kind of comparisons coming from outside. Point number one. Secondly, I think it is, in my opinion, it is wrong to view the oil purchase issue in isolation, or Trump's pressure on India to stop buying oil from Russia in isolation. That's only one of the variables. There are several variables at play. We need the United States to be in the Indo-Pacific. We need the United States to be sort of pushing back the Chinese aggression in the region and beyond. So we need the United States for a variety of purposes and reasons, strategic purposes and reasons in the region and beyond. And therefore, we will have to sort of weigh the oil issue against a lot of other variables in play. So I wouldn't be I wouldn't worry too much about the reduction of the oil purchases from Russia, because I think that is probably going to be one of the decisions India will have to make, in keeping in mind the other variables at play. That's my second.
But what if he cuts a deal, as Ambassador Dr. Mohan Kumar said, with the Chinese? Then what happens to this whole Indo-Pacific play?
Then you'll have to look for new strategies. I mean, this is a quickly changing world. This is a quickly changing administration. It has absolutely no clarity on what it is going to do tomorrow. So we can't be stuck in the past and say we will only do this and we will only do that. That's not how it's going to work. We have 3 more years to go. But that takes me to my next point, which is I think the Indian diplomacy will have to be a lot more agile and creative when it comes to dealing with Trump. And what do I mean by that? See, we are a middle power. We are not powerful enough to push back against the Americans as the Chinese probably can. We are not the Europeans or the Southeast Asians who probably want to sort of bend their knee before Trump and say, all right, and we will sort of do what it takes to please your ego. We are not that. I don't think we want to be in a position where Brazil is. That's not the relationship we want to have with the United States of America going forward. So I think we will have to have an agile, smart diplomacy. Reach out to Trump's closest advisors, reach out to Trump's family. Why are we not doing that? I think the agility is the need of the hour, because this guy is going to be there in the United States for the next 3 years. So I don't think we can. I'm proud, as Ambassador Mohan Kumar said. I think I agree totally with what the MEA is doing, but I think we need to do a lot more than that. Just to give you one final quick remark about the need to be flexible and agile about things. When the Americans asked India to reduce oil imports from Iran, we did that, right? I mean, so I don't have a problem with the Indian government telling the Americans that we will, of course, reduce the oil purchases from Russia, but we have to have some deals or agreements on other issue areas. So oil is not the only issue that is between the United States of America and India. That's the most public issue. But there are a variety of issues on the menu here. I think we'll have to have a balanced position looking at all of those.
I think Mr. Jacob totally misunderstood me. I didn't say the opposition should not oppose. Obviously, the opposition is there to oppose. I just think that they should oppose more seriously and not childishly. That's what I was trying to say.
Happymon, do you want to respond to that?
Fair enough. I think the language that they use, or the kind of tweets the opposition leaders put out, we've all followed the Indian domestic politics for a very long time. I haven't seen the BJP, when in opposition, adopting a very different language. So I think all opposition leaders tend to behave and tend to use the same kind of language. Now we can say that's all bad. Fair enough. They should all become more mature. But this is how they behave, and they should probably know better.
Atal Bihari Vajpayee, for goodness sake, Atal Bihari Vajpayee responded the way Rahul Gandhi does. What are you talking about?
I'm not talking about
Atal
BJP.
Bihari Vajpayee, when he was in opposition, did not respond with childish comments. He responded seriously to policy, which is what I'm trying to say. Rahul Gandhi is not responding to policy. It's always an attack on the Prime Minister personally, which I don't think is a serious way to deal with it.
No, I think the Congress party has made some very important points. So have the other opposition parties. I don't think it is a good idea to sort of call them totally childish and immature. I think there's a lot of important points that are being made by the opposition.
But typically, if I may come here before Ambassador Kumar closes, foreign policy used to be, actually, because you said earlier also this used to happen, foreign policy used to be that one space where you buried your domestic politics. We saw a little bit of that, Dr. Jacob, in Operation Sindoor's global meetings, delegations, I beg your pardon, that went out, right? So, it's that old adage, even the Americans believe in it. You fight as much as you want to at home. When you go out, you're Indian first or you're American first. And foreign policy, when you're dealing with an external sort of challenge, you close ranks. That's something that used to define our politics. Would you not agree?
No, I don't think so. I think there are no holy cows in a democracy. If you're fighting a war, I totally understand. During the Kargil war or during the Operation Sindoor, the opposition actually extended complete support to the government. But on a foreign policy issue, I expect the opposition to have a different viewpoint and air that as strongly as possible. That's what is called a democracy. So I have no issues with that.
Okay, this could go on. Let me, Tavleen, do you have a sentence to put in, or should I give Ambassador Kumar the closing word?
No, I totally disagree with him. I mean, I actually have, followed, I'm not as a professor. I can't teach you anything. I'm just a hack. But I don't agree with you at all. I'm sorry.